The Packers are back home this weekend against the Seattle Seahawks, a familiar foe. Kyle, hit it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Marquez Valdez-Scantling Show, brought to you by Artech Ventures. And of course, the goal at Artech Ventures is to collaborate closely with founders throughout all the investment and fundraising stages, turning their visions into successful companies. Since 2020, Artech Ventures has helped turn great ideas into profitable businesses that make an impact on industries, communities, and beyond. For more information, visit artechventures.com. And I got to tell you, I miss Jimmy Christensen having to read some of those ads because he always stumbles over a word or two, but that's enough about Jimmy. I'm your host for tonight's show with Marquez Valdez-Scantling. I'm Jacob Westendorf. Above me is Todd Varney. And to my left, of course, number 83 in your program, but number 1 as far as I am concerned, back off of injured reserve and back onto the field, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Marquez, you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing well. Appreciated seeing you back out on the field. It was nice to see number 83 running through the secondary instead of standing on the sidelines, chomping at the bit to get a chance. How did it feel to just be back on the field and doing what you do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a tough loss. Definitely shouldn't have lost to that football team. Credit to their defense, playing well. But, it's good to be back out there. It's been a couple weeks since I've been out there. So,
first and foremost, as always, I got to know about the dogs. They doing well?
Yeah, they're good. Ace is right here and Spade is right next to him. I don't know if you can see him.
That. 2 dogs on the screen. That's what we're here for. That's all. That's the show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you next week.
I think that's the first time we've had both of them on at the same time, right?
Yeah, they come by and say hello. Here's the little one.
There we go.
Here's Spade.
Oh, what up, Spade?
All right. Gotta get down. It's time for your brother. Come here, Ace. And here's Ace.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The stars of the we got them both at the same time. Look at this. This is the wholesome content we are here for.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Boys,
that's all we had to do was get rid of Jimmy, and we get both dogs in MVS. This is great.
This is a much better show. It's better than anything that we have done. So there you go, guys. There's Ace and Spade. We ask every week, but I don't know if we've ever actually had them on the show. So now we've gotten them at the same time. That was good to see. Marquez, the first question, let's just kind of get it out of the way. We'll throw it up here. Go ahead. Kyle, you've got the question in here in the chat. It's Odell Beckham he cleared waivers and is now reportedly prioritizing the Packers as a destination. Is that something that you would welcome? What do you think of him as a player? Those kinds of things.
I mean, that's above my pay grade. I kind of just, whoever's on my team is on my team. Obviously he's a heck of a talent. He's done a lot of great things in the league. So if they bring him on, they bring him on. If they don't, they don't, But whoever we're rolling with is who we're rolling with to go win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's obviously a great outlook to have with it. Definitely above your pay grade. With guys coming in and out throughout the season, I mean, does it change the chemistry? I know that's kind of the one big thing with a guy like Odell that they talk about is, he's got a bigger personality, obviously, and chemistry coming in, but there's been other players shuffle in and out of the locker room throughout the season. How does that play with those guys coming in? Do they just kind of find their role right away, or?
Yeah, I mean, we got a really great team and we got a lot of great leaders in every single room that we, have. So the standard doesn't change no matter who's in there, so, if he comes into our room, he's going to be held to the same standard as, Devontae Adams is. Same standard as, the last guy on the depth chart is, so that's kind of how we operate. And we don't really, settle for less, no matter who you are coming in. The standard is the standard. And that's kind of how we move.
So we've
Awesome.
got that out of the way, everybody. Thanks for chiming in and asking on that. Let's get to the important stuff. And the one question I had, one of our first shows, we went over your tattoos and everything like that. And Todd's got a question about this, but I remember in 2011, the story was famous in Dallas that Jason Terry got a tattoo before the season of the Larry O'Brien trophy, the NBA Finals trophy.
Mhm.
And it turned out to be a really cool anecdote because the Mavericks won the championship that season. Is that something that is a little too bold, or is that something you would consider doing in the future?
I mean, I'm never gonna tat the Lombardi Trophy on me. So, you know,
that answers that.
all my tattoos mean something to me. Obviously, winning the Super Bowl would mean, the world. But that's not something that I need to cut into by myself. It's a team thing. So it wouldn't be something I'm just like, oh yeah, I did it by myself. Let me go tattoo this on my body. It took all 80 guys to get there. All the coaching staff, the training staff, the equipment guys, the people who prepare our food. That's how you win a Super Bowl.
So if I talk all of those people into getting one, would you as well?
No.
Okay, I tried. All right, you just saved producer Kyle a lot of work on that end of things. What did we decide? I think the first show we asked, how many do you have? How many tattoos do you have?
I mean, I can't really answer that question. I got my entire arm, my entire leg, and my entire back. Just one arm, one leg, and my whole back. So I guess you could say 3.
3. Okay. How many hours then? Let's go that route then. How many hours do you think you've spent in the chair between those 3 spots?
Let's see. 8. Probably like around 20 or so.
It's a long time. That's almost a full day in the tattoo chair, ladies and gentlemen. It is an investment, but our guy is committed. Todd, go ahead. I've talked enough.
You absolutely have. Thank you. Is there an unwritten rule about getting tatted up during the season, or are there guys that'll go if they've got a day here or there, like just the bye week, get a tattoo?
Nah, there's no rules. I mean, obviously, it's your body. Do whatever you want to do with it. More so, you don't want to be super sore. So some tattoos, you'll be sore for a couple of days. So you don't want to, get it too close to game time or practice time. Especially, with us running around and sweating, it could damage your tattoo. So.
Yeah, I was down in Phoenix and got one the day after you guys played down there, and I'm in like that stage where it's flaky and itchy, just wrapping that up, and I was like, what would a guy do if he got a tattoo during the season? And like, there's no way I could focus in a position meeting with my arm, like there's not a chance. So I wasn't sure if there was just like an unspoken rule that like, hey, probably don't do that. Wait till the off season and get that done. Or if there was guys that were like, whatever, that's fun, let's do it.
I mean, I've seen guys get tattooed. I've never gotten tattooed during the season, but I've seen guys, tattoo their whole arm, on an off day.
Wow.
So it's just a personal preference. With me, like when I got tattooed, mine weren't too like bad, where I felt like sore, I couldn't do anything, like immediately right after, obviously, but go by a day and I'll be fine, so.
I personally hate every part of getting tattooed. People that tell me they enjoy it, I don't understand that at all. Do you enjoy getting tattooed, or are you like me, where like you don't like it, but they look cool afterwards, so it's worth it?
I mean, I wouldn't say I enjoy it. I love the art process of it, but they definitely don't feel great.
No.
But like I said, I enjoy the art, so that's kind of the thing for me.
The last time I went, they actually told me that they've created some tattoo numbing cream. So like if I'm getting one on my hand, he could rub it on my hand, do the tattoo real quick, and I wouldn't feel it. But part of me, maybe this is the sick part of me, but I feel like that would take away from the experience of it. Do you think the pain is the part of it, or if you could get rid of it, you just say forget it and do that?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't have to feel pain, I wouldn't want it. I don't know who wants to feel pain, but.
And I'll let you know how that works in January, Jacob. I've got some for my.
I was going to say
my next appointment.
Yeah, I'm working on some myself. So yeah,
Marquez, I'll keep you in the loop there. I want to switch gears a little bit here. We talked about early on one of the first episodes about your shoe game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a favorite pair? Do you have brand loyalty? And is there a cooler pair of shoes than the Air Max 97?
Yeah, there's a lot of cooler shoes than the Air Max 97s. It's very traditional shoe, but I don't think. I mean, obviously, I'm signed with Adidas now, so my loyalty is there. But I think my all-time favorite shoe is probably Drake's OVO 12s, just because I'm a Drake fan and I've been a Air Jordan 12 fan for a long time. So I think that's probably one of my favorite shoes.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Air Max 97s, man. I've like every time I see them, I'm like, those are the coolest shoes I've ever seen. that I could actually like think somebody could wear. There's a lot of nice shoes out there that you're like, those don't come out of the box ever.
Now you gotta wear all your shoes, man. You can't just put them on display. You gotta wear your shoes, man. Wear them.
What did we decide? How many pairs do you own, Marquez?
I don't know. Probably somewhere around like 600 or something. I don't know.
Holy shit. I don't think I expected that answer. Wow. That's incredible. So you wear all 600 pair or have at least once?
Yeah, I haven't worn all of them yet, but I definitely, try to get them all worn.
Yeah, you could do that. You could almost set it up like each week where like here's this week's shoes, next week all the way. Well, obviously Sunday you've got your game cleats on, but wow, that's incredible. Kudos. I don't think I could ever figure that out myself. Last night we had a little bit of, did you catch any of the Monday night game last night?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I'm sorry. Did you catch any of the Monday night game last night?
Actually, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't at all. I had it on the TV because one of my really good friends plays for the Steelers, but I wasn't really watching it. I just kind of had it on. I would peek up,
every now and again. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of controversy about the refs or something, but
there was the question I had specifically was about taunting, and I'm not going to ask you anything that's going to get you in trouble. It's a point of emphasis. Do you feel like that's something that's pulling the emotion out of the game, or do you think it's strange?
I hate that rule.
Just is...
I hate that rule. I hate it with a passion. So
because I've seen it. I mean, last night they had one where Marsh did something and then TJ Watt did something similar earlier in the game. And like one was a penalty and one wasn't, but it's so subjective that, I mean, it could literally be the difference between winning and losing a game, right? I mean, you guys have 100%. Seen that play out before. Is 100%. That, so when you guys talk about stuff with officials, because you understand they're never going to have rules that are completely, black and white, cut and dry. But do you just wish that things were less subject, something like, pass interference or taunting in this case or something, that it was just more consistent? Is that all you guys are asking for?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the pass interference one is tough because a lot of those are like, bang, bang plays. And a lot of those are like bang, bang plays, and you can't really do much about it. What are you guys doing?
They agree.
What? What's going on? What is going on? Why are you screaming? What's wrong? Why are you screaming? Spade, get out of his face. Obviously, the pass interference ones are a lot more, difficult because a lot of those are bang bang plays and they're hard to see sometimes. But the taunting ones, that's just pure emotion. Obviously, you don't want to. Taunting is, you don't want to be doing things in people's faces or whatever. But emotions are hard to contain when you're. It's hard to be successful in football, man. It's hard to make a play work. So when it finally does work and everything goes right and you make a big play, you want to celebrate or, spin the ball and the dude happens to be standing right next to you, like, let us play, let us celebrate. I don't want to have to be a robot, catch a 40-yard bomb and have to, clap my hands and run back to the sideline so I don't get a flag for it,
I feel like it's obvious too what is and isn't taunting. Like if I stand over well, I would never because I'm not nearly athletic. But if you were to stand over somebody and point in their face or something like that, that's different as opposed to, like you said, standing up and spinning the ball. So, I just wanted to get that in here too. So, Todd, want to jump in here, my friend?
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, Aaron Rodgers wasn't the one throwing you your passes here in the first game back off the IR. What was it like having Jordan out there first time in his career in the regular season?
Man, I think Jordan did really well, man. Contrary to what people say about the game, he was put in a really tough spot with just the amount of pressure that those guys were bringing, and hostile environment on the road. So I think he did really well. For that being his first time, I think it was a learning experience for everyone. And I'm just super proud of him.
How hard is that to jump in? Like, I mean, he finds out Wednesday, I think, that he's starting because you find out Aaron's not going to be around for a while. So how hard is that to jump in? I mean, I know he's always one play away, but to find out, hey, Wednesday is your first day of practice and you're starting, Devontae's not back until Friday for his COVID designation. Then you were around a little bit later in the week as well, just to build that chemistry and such. How difficult is that for somebody to be pushed into duty that sudden?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he has to be prepared because, like I said, at any time, Aaron can go down. You never want to see anybody go down, but it's football, and then things happen. So at any time, someone can go down, and your number can be called. But it was more so just it was just a lot of pressure. We're the number one seed, and everyone wants to stay that position for playoffs and whatnot. So it was just a lot of pressure. But I think he handled it well. I think the team rallied around him. For him to go out and still, play the way he played and make some good throws. And, it was just a great learning experience for him.
And Alan Lazard did not throw the ball into the stands for his first touchdown like Mike Evans did for Brady's 600th. So we've got that going for us. Let's jump in here. We've got some fan questions before we let Marquez get on his way. Obviously, they've got a big game this week against Seattle, so we want him to be as prepared and relaxed as that is. And talking to us probably, frankly, isn't going to do all that much. So, Kyle, go ahead and throw up that first question here. Marquez, the question here from Dan Edwards says, what's your favorite pizza topping, and are you a pineapple person?
Big pepperoni or Italian sausage guy.
Okay, I dig pepperoni. I know you like basketball, so I want to throw this up, and partially because I know the answer here. But best player in the NBA?
Stephen Curry.
Oh, that is not the direction I thought you were going to go. But okay, yeah, Steph Curry's a fair answer, I suppose. You're a LeBron guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a LeBron guy.
Okay.
Huge LeBron guy. But,
so
Steph's just playing really well right now.
For sure. What are your thoughts on the Lakers so far to start? I know LeBron's hurt now, but what are your thoughts on them to start the season? Is that roster built? Are they going to be any good?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the West is always going to be difficult. And obviously not having one of the best players, or the best player, LeBron, not 100%, always, plays a part in it. But, Melo's playing really well right now. I think he had like 30 points last night. So that's a huge boost for them. And then, you can always get a triple-double with, the Brody. So.
Yeah, have you seen Anthony Davis? Like, have you gotten to meet him? He'd come to a couple games.
Yeah, he's, I've shook his hand, but we never, sat down and spoke or anything like that. But, yeah, I've shook his hand and whatnot.
It is incredible how tall that guy is. I feel like his pinkies touch his calves. Like, it's he's just a really, really tall guy. So, Kyle, what's our next question we got here? We got time for a couple more. Kyle's digging through here. He says, do you have a favorite route that you like to run? Corner, seam, quick slant, anything like that?
Anything that's going to get me the ball.
Spoken like a true wide receiver right there. What a great answer. All right, let's see. We got time for one more, and then we'll let Marquez go. So, Kyle, go ahead and dig through here and see what we can find here. So anything to get him the ball is what we're trying to get on anything down the field. So, oh, there we go. Yeah, Heath Cheeser. Are you the number 4 emergency quarterback?
Nah, definitely not.
No, last week we said, you said you were mentally able last week.
Mentally able, not physically, though.
Mentally, but not physically. Okay, so no reverse passes in the playbook for Marquez. So, Matt, Coach LaFleur, if you're watching, then you've got Marquez's ask there. So, Marquez Valdez.
Hold on, Jay. We did ask you last week how far you can throw a football. Did you find that out this week at practice?
Nah, that wasn't something I was doing.
Right. You mean to tell me you're not thinking about us when you're at practice? I am stunned. But, all right, Marquez, I appreciate you entertaining us tonight coming through. He's Marquez Valdez, Scantling number 83. You can find him on Twitter at MVS_11. You can find his clothing selection, as 6 Selection. Check that out. Grab some hats, grab some shirts, grab a bunch of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Marquez, anything you want to add on your clothing line that I haven't already said?
Nah, that's it.
You're rocking one of the shirts. What do we got on that one? Royal Theater?
Yeah, so that's it's actually our new line that we have coming out probably in a couple of weeks. We actually just got them all made. So this Royal Theater is one of the first theaters in St. Petersburg, Florida, that did I African American shows. So
Very
it's
cool.
a huge historical, thing in in my hometown. So we kind of just show some homage to it, and we got a cool little design on the back too, kind of just painting that image. So when that drops here in a couple of weeks, I think it'll be really cool for everyone to see and purchase.
Awesome.
So there he is again, Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Check him out. We will see him next week after the Packers get a big win this weekend against Seattle. Marquez, appreciate your time as always. We'll see you next week.
No problem, fellas.
All right, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling, of course, of the Green Bay Packers. Todd, what do you think was the most interesting thing we had out there?
He skirted the pineapple question.
He did skirt the pineapple question. I think he was afraid to answer yes. So
which is fair. I mean, there's been a lot of chatter and drama around the Packers the last few weeks. I think avoiding such a hot topic and such a divisive topic like pineapple on pizza at this point in the season, they don't need any more PR nightmares to deal with. Having him go one way on that could really just create major issues within the team.
Yeah, last week we had, we've had enough controversy, I think, going through for really, honestly, since March. So quite some time to go through on that. So he talked about his merchandise selection. Kyle, do me a favor while I'm talking here and take that link I just sent you and put it into a banner and throw it up. And once it's up, I will tell you guys, we have an announcement of our own that we want to make in terms of merchandise. I want to welcome the newest member of Game On Wisconsin. His name is Dakota Mitchell. You guys might remember him as somebody who made shirts for Kurt Benkert, and we are more than excited to have him on our team and making merchandise for us. So once Kyle is done doing that, he can throw that up. So if you guys go to this link right below me here, there is Game On Wisconsin gear in there. There's hats, there's t-shirts, there's all kinds of stuff there, and it's affordable. So feel free. Yeah, Dakota, what's up, man? I didn't realize you were in here. Yes, Dakota Mitchell, this gentleman right here, is helping us out with merchandise. It's great. It helps us. And honestly, it helps Dakota too. And he has earned this opportunity for certain. He's very good, very talented. So we are very thrilled to have him. Todd, you've looked through this. What is your favorite piece of merch in there so far?
I don't know that I have a favorite, but I will tell you he launched a really cool one today, the AJ Hawk one. All right. He might have had that out there for a minute, but he highlighted that one with us today. I'm not an AJ Hawk guy, but that is a sick shirt.
Yeah, it was. I like the, there's a throwback logo. So if you guys, this is our original logo. Obviously the throwback logo is currently our Twitter avatar. I thought that was incredible. The hats look cool. So go in, check it out, grab some merchandise and show off that Game On Wisconsin pride from my faithful here. We'll do some giveaways and stuff like that as well. So Dakota, he dropped that AJ Hawk shirt today. So kudos to Dakota on that. My mom. Okay. So the winter hat with a pom-pom. Go ahead, Kyle. You can screen grab that and I'll make sure to try and remember that for Christmas time. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. One bit of news that did break during the show is the Green Bay Packers have signed. I'm just kidding. They haven't signed anybody. The Packers were fined and for COVID protocol violations. So for everybody that was wondering and waiting with bated breath on whether the quarterback would be suspended or anything like that, the Packers were fined $300,000 for violations of the COVID protocols, and Aaron Rodgers and Alan Lazard were fined just about $15,000 each, a little bit less than that. So that should close the book on the COVID-19 Aaron Rodgers controversy until inevitably he says something or does something again. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to a lot of stuff, including this weekend. Todd, where are we going to be on Saturday?
We're going to be in Green Bay. Tell the people why we're going to be in Green Bay, though, Jacob.
We are. I want to thank our friends over at Discover Green Bay, Nick Meisner and everybody for hooking us up. We will be doing a live show at Discover Green Bay, also known as the Green Bay Visitor Center, 789 Armed Forces Drive. It's right next to Ray Nitschke Field. And more importantly, we are giving away a $200 Packers Pro Shop gift card, which I can tell you, I know my mom is in the chat here, and I can tell you, if my mom were to win that card, and she's not eligible to win because I am there, but if my mom were to win that card, she could pretty much do all of my Christmas shopping with that card alone. So that's quite a bit of stuff you guys can get for $200. The Pro Shop is loaded with stuff. So
my mom might be there as well, and she is eligible to win.
She is, yes. Mrs. Varney is eligible.
If she's spending the day in the truck with me going there and back, she's eligible to win.
She's eligible to win. So yes, yeah. Ms. Varney is eligible. Todd's mom is a saint. Not to say my mother isn't. It's just my mom won something at the Green Bay Distillery. So not eligible this time around. But stop by, see us, say hello, and find out. There's a lot of cool stuff to do in Green Bay. Their motto is Beyond Legendary. So it's not just the Packers that are in Green Bay. If you're going to be there Saturday, you might as well find a way to experience everything else that's going on in Green Bay that isn't just the Packers. So not just that, but it's an opportunity for you guys to come and meet us. And I would love to be able to put a face to some Twitter avatars, some YouTube channels. We've had a lot of cool people in the chat just to go through. I know Dan Edwards, you've been here the last couple of weeks. Nate Lloyd, and appreciate you coming in always and everything like that. Jamie, I know that you're going to be, I don't remember if you're coming down for this game or not, but I feel like some of your friends are. But if you're not, you should grab some plane tickets. I hear those are cheap. But yeah, so we're giving away a $200 gift card this weekend. I will appreciate that. My mom, of course, is taking the CEO so we can have fun. So I'm appreciative of that, and she's in good hands. The rest of this week, I want you guys to check out tomorrow night. We've got Lombardi's Bar. We've got Open Book playing tomorrow night with Zach Jacobson, Janelle Mackey, and Eli Berkovitz. Tomorrow, obviously, Lombardi's Bar, you know the crew. Todd Varney hangs out with Dan Kotnick and Jimmy Christensen. Thursday, we've got Cut the BS with Brandon Snide. He had a really good debut last week with his first show. And then Friday, of course, we've got our podcast for the rest of the week. There's Monday nights. I didn't even mention the Freezer podcast plays on Monday night as well with Sanjay, Fred, and Matt. Last night was a lot of fun. I loved, Todd, I'm sure you caught this too, but I loved we were talking about when the Packers played the Chiefs, and Sanjay is like, oh, I never feel like they beat anybody. And then Fred Thurston is just like, yeah, there was Super Bowl I. Like, just casually flexed. My grandpa kicked Kansas City's ass 50 years ago.
Just that was the thing that just kind of happened.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, we've got those guys. We've got our podcasts all week, the Quick Slants podcast, the Pick Six podcast, the Final Dump, 4 Downs. Check all that stuff out. Want to thank our sponsors, Artec Ventures, Discover Green Bay, like I mentioned, Lakefront Brewery, and we've got some other stuff cooking in the works as well. So very appreciative of all you guys for stopping in to chat. Marquez Valdez Scantling. I'm Jacob Westendorf. You can follow me. I'm on Twitter. It's right over here at Jacob Westendorf, and Todd's is further over there at the Todd V. We've got producer Kyle on the sticks behind us. Kyle, play the right outro, please.